Hello, welcome back, or welcome in general. If you're new here, if you're a new timer, welcome to the channel. I was going to be doing this with a metronome, but this shows you the level of old school that my computer is. Every time I put the click on from my computer, it pauses my recording. So I can't do that, but I've just gained 1 subscriber, so obviously now I'm a complete sellout and I'm soaring into the stratosphere with success. So I've gone and ordered myself a new camera, so that's going to improve the quality sonically and visually, and then I can run a metronome, even if it's only to myself, but I'll be able to click this all, so that'll be great. So thank you, new subscriber, whoever you are. You've totally enlarged my head beyond any of my wildest dreams. No, so what that was at the beginning was 16th note singles followed by a paradiddle. And if my internal clock is of any decency, that should be roughly around 110 BPM, because that's what I've been doing it at. But again, fact check that. It could be 109. It is what it is. So what this is, though, what that should translate to, but I'm not going to waste 20 minutes of your time, is 10 minutes opening of single stroke rolls, followed by 10 minutes of a rudiment of that week. So you're looking at, if this is a Monday to Friday thing for you, everybody's different. For me, this is more like a Monday to Monday to Monday to Monday to every day. And you just always open with the singles for a good 10 minutes on a BPM that you are comfortable with, that you feel a little bit like you're pushing yourself, but not that you're not able to keep up and make it cleanly executed. We want proper form. If you're thinking of this as working out, we want perfect execution, perfect form. That way we're not going to put ourselves in any injuries, and it's going to be a great foundation. So we're opening with singles always. They are the foundation, because I think that everybody overlooks them. Again, my interpretation, and at least from my experience, it's kind of, well, that's a single stroke roll, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I'm done. A monkey can do that. But when you break down drum beats, what are they if not just a collection of singles? Really, I mean, you're looking at a basic rock beat. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all that's missing. That's all that's missing to keep it going as a single stroke roll. But that's still single. That is a set of singles right there. So it's good to get it's not so much the notes we're working on. We're trying to work on the absence of notes, that space in between, which is the bit that gets tricky at a speed. And for everybody that's different, but getting that consistency, see, that's about as far as I can go before it starts to burn out. And it's not the notes that's the hard part, it's the space in between, getting each one to come back down in the appropriate time. That's what becomes a trick. But what this whole thing is, for 10 minute singles and then 10 minutes of a rudiment of that week, is you make a chart and you tackle the paradiddle and you nudge these things up. You nudge it up by about a BPM, 2 BPM. Again, much like working out, you don't do a 100 kg deadlift and then 2 days later stack it up to 150. You'll slip a disc, you'll tear a muscle. It's no good. It's not a good look for anybody. We got to nudge this up incrementally, very tiny. I think there's about 64,000 inches in a mile, right? So there you go. Very, very small amounts make big progress. So you tackle that for the week, and then that's not to say you ignore it. You move on to another rudiment, but you always come back and visit that previous rudiment. This isn't something that you just do and then you never have to come back to it. It's not like a week worth of paradiddle work and then you never do it again. This is just something to help get yourself up there. Get yourself into a cycle where you can tackle and cover most of these rudiments. And an additional thing that you can do that's going to be a step up, it's going to be tricky, is that was pretty monotone. Now we're going to make it monotone, but we're going to go monotone down to quiet. So obviously that came up in volume, but it becomes really tricky when you're at a speed of any kind of, well, I wouldn't say any kind of decency, but when you start moving that up into the BPMs, those stickings become very tricky when you're very restricted with height, and it has to be very controlled and very, very, very properly executed, because that's just going to go totally wrong if you don't. So dynamically work on that as well. So we're looking at not just practicing up here, practice down here, practice up there, practice everywhere in between. Because when you speak, you don't speak in one way, unless you're William Shatner. No insults, no disrespect there, Mr. Shatner, but when you speak that way, it doesn't sound right. So the human intonation is much the same as the drum intonation, where things are going to be dynamically different. So work on that. We're looking at 10-minute singles, 10 minutes of another rudiment. Move that up throughout the week and find another rudiment, but always have the singles as your home base. And practice it dynamically down, practice it dynamically up. Keep working, and we'll catch you in the next video.